Okay, Maria has a gross income of €76,000. Her standard cut-off point is 25,500. The standard rate of tax is 19% and the higher rate is 41%. She has a tax credit of 4,600. Calculate the total amount of income tax Marie must pay for the year. Okay, so what does she pay for the year? Okay, so we're going to start off with is 25,500, and this is the lower rate multiplied by 19%. And then you got to see how much she earns over the standard rate. So she earns 76,000, and we take away the lower amount of 25,500. And what we get is 50,500. So now it's going to be plus 50,500 multiplied by the higher rate, which is 41 over 100. And close bracket there. Now this is our gross tax. So we're going to add them both together. So 25,500 multiplied by 19%, which is 0.19. Then we're going to add on 50,500 multiplied by 0.14 because it's 41%. Then we add them together, we get 25,550. That's the gross tax. Take away our tax credit of minus 4,100, and what we're going to get is 21,450. Okay, and that is our tax payable, 21,450. Calculate her USC for the payment for the year. So USC is like the last question. Sorry. So USC. So USC is 2% on the first 10,036. So it's going to be 2%. So it's going to be 10,036 multiplied by 2 over 100. It's the lower bracket. And then it's going to be plus 4% of the next 5,980 multiplied by 4%. And then plus the remainder. Now the remainder is, it's going to be our 76,000. And what we have to do from the 76,000 is take away the 10,036. And then we got to take away the 5,980 and see how much money we have left to put USC on. It's going to be 59,984. 59,984 multiplied by 7%. And this is the total for the USC. So let's put that into calculator. So 10,1036 multiplied by 2%, which is 0.02, plus 5980 multiplied by 4%, 0.04. And then 7% of the balance, which is going to be 59,984 multiplied with 7%, 0.07. And what we get there is going to be 4,638.8. So 4,638.80. Okay, so that's the amount of USC we're paying. Now, calculate her PSI contribution per week to the nearest cent. So PSI, she's in PSI class D2, which means she does not pay for the first 26 earned per week, but she does pay 2.35% on all income above that amount. Okay, so what we're going to have here is we're going to have 26. We're going to find out our weekly amount. So in 52 weeks she makes 76,000. So we're going to divide 76,000 by 52 and get a weekly income of 1,461.54. So 1461.54 0.54 is our weekly income. Then we can take away our 26, so minus 26, and once again we get out 1435.54, and then out of this money she's going to pay 2.35%. So multiply by 2.35, and then divide by 100, and we're going to get €33.74. So €33.74. Now finally, what is Mairead's weekly take-home income after all deductions? Okay, so her income is equal to 1461.54. Her total tax was 21,450, but we got to divide that over. Her tax payable was 21,450. We're going to divide that over 52. So what we get here is 412.5. So she's getting minus 412.50 on tax. And then her USC. Her USC came out at €33.74. That's obviously for the full year. So 33.74 divided by 52. Oh wait, sorry, her UFC, excuse me. So her USC came out at 4,638.8. Okay, and now you have to divide that by 52 because you want to spread it over the 52 weeks. So what we get here is €80.21. Sorry, €80.21. Sorry, €89.21. Excuse me. Okay, and then we got to take away her PRSI. Our PRSI is weekly at €33.74. Then finally, she has Mairead paid trade union prescriptions at €13 every 2 weeks. So we're going to half that. So trade union is going to be €6.50. Trade union is going to be €6.50. And then finally, she pays health insurance at 100 a month. 100 a month is 1,200 a year. 1,200 divided by 52. And what we get here is €23.08 for health insurance. €23.08. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away all these and see what we get. So we're going to have 1461.54, take away 412.5, take away 89.21, minus 33.74, minus 6.5, minus 23.08, put it all in, and what we get is 189.51. So 896.51 is the weekly income, net income. Okay, so that's question 5. Question 3 done. So now we're on question 5. Now, Ian has a gross income of 81,500. His standard cut-off rate is 31,000. The standard rate of tax is 20% and the higher rate is 40%. He has a tax credit of 3,750. Ian is in PRSI class B1, which means that he does not pay PRSI for the first €26 earned per week, but he pays at a rate of 2% on all income above that amount. Assume a 52 week year. Ian pays trade union prescriptions of €17 every 2 weeks and health insurance of €79 a month, and a pension contribution of €320 a month, and salary protection insurance of €41 every 2 weeks. Calculate the total amount of income Ian must pay for the year. Okay, so that's total income. Okay, so what we're going to do is 31,000 multiplied by the standard rate of 20%. Then he also earns 50,500 above this rate, because 50,500 plus 31,000 gives you 81,500, and they pay that at 40%. And this gives us their gross tax. So gross tax is going to then, so it's going to be 31,000 multiplied by 0.2 plus 50,500 multiplied by 0.4. And what we get here is 26,400. That's the gross income. That's our gross tax. Now we've got to take away our tax credit. Our tax credit is 3,750. I take the two of them away from each other, we're going to get 22,650. Okay, and that's our tax payable, so 22,650. Now to calculate the USC payment for the year, the USC once again is going to be 2% on the first 10,036. Play with 2%. Once again, it's going to be the same 5,980 multiplied by 4%. And then finally, we're going to add on 81,500, because it's 81,500 that you earn. The first 10,036 is included, or sorry, it's taken into account, minus 5,980, and what we get here is 65,484. That gets multiplied by 7%. Now we gotta do this sum all in one go, so 10,360 multiplied by 0.02, and then it's going to be plus 5,980 multiplied by 0.04, and finally plus 65,484 multiplied by 0.07, and what we're going to get here is 5,023.80. 5,023.80. Okay, now calculate his PRSI contribution per week to the nearest cent. So we're going to find out his weekly gross income. So his gross income is going to be 81,500 divided by 52, and what we get here is 1,567.31. Okay, and then it's going to be tax. Now your tax is 22,650, but we got to spread that out over 50. Oh wait, sorry, I haven't done his PRSI yet. So his PRSI, he's class B1, so we take away 26 from this number. Alright, and we take away minus 26. And once we've done that, we're going to pay 2% on this. So 1541.31 multiplied by 2%. And what that gets us is our PSI contribution per week multiplied by 0.02. €30.83. So it's going to be €30.83. And then we're going to rub that off. Now, this gross income is 1567.31. So we have to find out his weekly net income. So we're going to start off with tax. Take away his tax, and his tax is going to be 22,650 divided by 52. And what we get is 435.58. Okay. Now, that's tax done. Now we have USC. The universal social charge is 5,023, but once again divided over 52 weeks, divided by 52, and what we get here is 96.61. Okay, 2% on all income above that amount, 752 year. Ian pays trade union prescriptions of 17, so every 2 weeks it's worth €17. So you divide by 2 and you get €8.50. So his trade union will be €8.50. Take that away. And then health insurance, €79 a month. So 79 multiplied by 12 is the yearly amount. So 79 multiplied by 12 is how much he pays per year for health insurance. And that gives me 948. Going to divide that by 52 because there's 52 weeks in a year. And what we get here is €18.23. Health insurance is €23. €18.23. Okay, and then finally, a pension contribution of €320 per month. So 320 multiplied by 12 is how much he pays into the pension every year. 320 multiplied by 12. Then divide that by 52. There's 52 weeks in a year. And we get 73.85. Pension. Okay. And after we've done his pension, the last thing we have is his salary protection of €41 every 2 weeks. So it's going to be €20.50 per week. So minus salary protection, which is going to be €20.50. So we got to take all this away from our earnings. So 1567.31 minus 435.58 minus 96.61 minus 8.5 minus 18.23 minus 73.85 minus 20.5. And what we get here is 914.04 now. Error here. So basically we left out one thing. We also left out the PRSI. And the PRSI is €30.83. So put that into the calculator. So put all into the calculator. Take away 435.58. Take away 96.61 minus 8.5 minus 18.23 minus 73.85 minus 20.5 minus 30.83. What we should get here is 883.21, and that's the correct answer. So your net income is 883.21. Okay.